Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday, the 8th of December 2021. We've got some astrological news going on today. Most of it is in the early morning before about 7 o'clock. Okay, that's UK time, by the way. So we've got the moon sextiling Chiron and then conjuncting Saturn before squaring Uranus. So this could be emotional, intuitive healing, that we ground into ourselves, responsibility that could sort of dissolve obstacles and limitations, and then radical new ideas and inspirations could come through. Within all of that, with the moon, we have Mars squaring Jupiter, so be careful of getting hot under the collar or exaggerated emotions, taking things too seriously. My advice would be to count to 10 and breathe and just step back into ourselves. Later on in the day, around dusk time, the moon will sextile the sun, which gives, after all this turmoil in the morning that we might have been sort of stewing in during the day, the sextile to the sun will bring in clear thinking to see the bigger picture without getting carried away. So if you can make it through the first part of the day, then things smooth out in the afternoon. So let's do some tarot and oracles to go with that and see what messages of advice and support we get to help us go through that. So we've got Wisdom of the Oracle cards. First of all, to see what we need to know. What messages does Spirit have for us for the collective today, the 8th of December 2022? What do we need to know to help us and support us and support the collective getting through the day? Quite stormy here. We've got the is it storm barrow making its way through. It's gone dark and cold, windy, trying to rain. Glad I'm indoors in the warm. Okay, what do we need to know for today? Messages for the 8th of December 2021. I nearly said 2022 then. That's because I've been booking in things for the beginning of next year, so starting to go off into next year. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we've got Deep Knowing. Then we've got Happy Happy, and we have Message in a Bottle. Okay, so this is really saying to me for us to connect into our places of deep knowing, the places sort of where we're connected to our higher selves, to the divine, and feel the joyous energy that when we are connected into those places, we feel at a deep level. I was taken away from looking at the Happy Happy card, that just as I was saying that, I looked down at the card and it's like you can see that she is connected into her higher self, into the divine, to source, to the universe. That energy is coming down, of course, bringing new inspirations, aspirations, stars on her third eye, over her heart, and just that joy of being connected in. In the Deep Knowing card, is that an owl? I think that is an owl. Okay, that bird with lots of wisdom. So we've got more stars there as well. And what they're saying to me is that sort of by connecting into our core, our higher selves, it opens up the mind and the being for new inspirations, new possibilities, new ideas that can seem like they're coming through as a message in the bottle. Message of the water connected to the emotions, to the moon, and we've got starfish, more stars, starfish within the bottle or on the bottle. So that sort of, this is all, oh, and all over the heron, and the heron's head, and a telescope under the heron's wing, tapping into sort of new horizons and things. And yeah, when we're caught by that inspiration, seeing the big picture, truly connects in with the astrology of the day. So yeah, telescopes out, looking at the bigger picture, horizons, where might we set sail to. Okay, well, the day, the 7th yesterday, so today's sort of what I class as the first day of coming out of the new moon energies, and we start to see the ideas and the inspirations coming through that we're going to work with for this next lunar month, which will take us to the other side of the winter solstice. Oh yeah, incidentally, I don't know if people heard my message yesterday about I'm thinking of putting together a little group around winter solstice, little morning group, morning meditation to connect into the energies, tarot reading, question and answer, bit of discussion. It will be, I'm thinking 8 o'clock, 8:30 UK time in the mornings. So we're doing it at sunrise. You're welcome to join me. If you're interested, let me know in the below the video. You can contact either in the messages or contact me on my email. Yeah, casual, turning up in your pyjamas, cup of tea, whatever. And yeah, have a little time together over the period of the winter solstice. Thinking of doing it a 7-day one, which would start on the 18th, which would mean we go into the full moon in Gemini on the 19th, when Venus starts her retrograde journey and Chiron finishes his and stations direct. Then we've got the winter solstice, and then on the 24th, winter solstice on the 21st this year, then on the 24th we've got the third and final exact square between Saturn and Uranus. So by doing from the 18th to the 24th, that would be the 7 days that I'm going to do it over. So if you want to join me, let me know, and yeah, see what we can set up. Okay, let's do some tarot. Yeah, I'm torn between Marielle's and Line Striders today. I think I'm going to go for the Line Strider. That's what I'm feeling, I think. Okay, let me just take off these glasses. Okay, what do we need to know for today? The 8th of December 2021. Messages from Spirit for the collective. What do we need to know? I don't know if you can see behind me. I've got three new canvases arrived to start some painting projects. I think it's going to be a year-long project, a month-long each painting. So I'm looking forward to starting those. I had to wait to do this video until they had actually arrived, so we didn't get interrupted. Okay, what do we need to know for today? What messages has Spirit got for us today? What do we need to know? Messages for Spirit for the collective, please, for the 8th of December 2021. need to know for today. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so at the centre, the significator, we have the King of Wands. We have the Three of Swords in the Moon place. We have the Nine of Wands in Mercury position. We have the Seven of Cups in the Venus position. We have the Four of Cups in the Sun position. We have the Page of Swords in the Mars position. We have the Moon in the Jupiter position. And we have the King of Swords in the Saturn position. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands. And the card that jumped out was the Hierophant. Okay, let's just put my glasses on again to have a good look at these cards. Okay, so where we are at the moment is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is fire of fire. It's about deep passion and being in your power, and knowing that, feeling that sense of power, that deep knowing of your power, connected to spirit, connected in with things that are greater than us, knowing our truth. All of those things sort of signify the strength of the King of Wands. It's almost like we're a flame and a fire with our sense of ourself. In the background, the Moon card, the subconscious, emotions, intuition, that which we can't put a hand on, it's just out the way here. We have the Three of Swords. Now the Three of Swords is about wounds to our heart, old wounds. This makes me think of the Chiron being active today, the Chiron aspect, and about healing those old wounds. We heal our inner wounds by using our inner strength and our fire, our power. That might be a message for somebody there. Then we've got the Mercury card. Mercury is communication and information and things. And here we've got a lovely fox with all the wands around him. And the fox has a wound. It's a bandaged head. Okay, indication of sort of more wounds to be healed. Often what happens is that when our heart is wounded, then we go up and we move into our head, and those wounds sort of affect our thinking, our communication. We get caught up in old stories, old beliefs, and untruths about ourselves. Okay, so it could be healing our heart, healing our head today. The Venus card. Venus is about love and harmony and values and relationships and things. And the Seven of Cups, should I say. Seven of Cups is about possible futures. That sort of, contemplating sort of where we want to go, what we want to do, what we believe in. And it could be that we're examining these so that we can release them and have new values and beliefs for ourselves that bring us more harmony, brings us to a happy place. Okay, in the sun position, the sun is our core vitality. It's conscious, the conscious mind. It's about what's directly in front of us. And we've got the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is about emotional inertia and sort of depression and non-feeling even. Sometimes, you know, when we're wounded, often when we're wounded or we've been wounded in the past, we will shut down our emotions and our feelings so we don't have to feel that pain. But if we can go into that, if we can connect with it, then it opens doors and gateways to be able to heal ourselves. And if we want to connect with our own inner power, this is all the things that we need to actually work on and deal with. The Mars position, which is taking action, it's about our drive, our will, our creativity. We could have messages coming in, messages in a bottle. Could be emotional messages coming up from our subconscious. Could be messages coming from our higher self or the divine. It could be communication or messages coming in from other people, from something you read, from something you see, something that sort of sparks new conversations, new ways of doing and thinking and being. In the Jupiter position, what's working for us, hope, luck, opportunity, and expansiveness. We have the Moon card. So the Moon card could be about illusions and delusions, which is making me think of the Mars squared Jupiter today. Be careful of deluding ourselves. It could also be tying in with that this is part of the bigger lunar cycle and getting clarity and opportunity and things as we move towards the full moon on the 19th, which will be in Gemini. So it will be about communication and information and learning new things, new knowledge coming in. Okay, what's working against us? The card in the Saturn position, limitations, obstacles, responsibilities, things like that, necessity. We have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is about sort of clarity, crystal clear ideas, and even passionate ideas and things. I mean, it could be cold, but because it's fire of air, there is that sort of knowing, that sort of deep knowing and deep clarity. With the two kings together, it could be about balancing our fiery inspiration with our air type clarity and bringing them together. The card at the bottom of the deck was the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is about things quickly changing, quick communication and information coming in quickly. It's because it's a Wands card, it's connecting me to the King of Wands, but because it's about information coming in quickly, it's also about the King of Swords for me. Okay, so what I was saying about balancing these two sort of king energies within us, healing our heart and healing our mind. Brings in sort of new ideas, new inspirations. The card that fell out at the bottom of the deck was the Hierophant. And for me, the Hierophant is always a bridge between the physical realms and the spiritual realms, and connecting the two within us. Going back to the happy card, where the figure there is channeling down or bringing down or connected to the spiritual source energies. I think sort of the message for today is that is the way that we bring about our healing and connect to our power of knowing that sort of we're connected to the higher self and the divine, and that is possibly where answers are coming from. I'm just going to take a work your light card to see if there's any further messages in there. What do we need to know for today? Any messages to help us with this healing that we're going through, to keep us on course or to course correct if we've got off course. Okay, what do we need to know? Okay, I've just had a message come through for the Four of Cups about not getting caught up in that inertia and negativity and things, because we'll miss the opportunity then. So work your light cards, give us a message for that please to help. What do we need to know? Got that. And I've got that one as well. What's coming up? Okay. So the first card that came out was Inner Temple, Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Okay. Connect the heart and higher heart, and then deep replenishment. Retreat, rest and be held. And I've been talking in the last few days about connecting with Gaia in the deep earth mother energies, the divine feminine, and that sort of by doing that then you receive rest with deep replenishment and that sense of being held. And it's also taken me back to the Hierophant card of when I saw this, the big bear in the back of the card. And bears for me, especially at this time of the year, represent hibernation, going within, the deep knowing, deep replenishment in a temple. It really is all about sort of coming back in. This is where we connect to our sense of inner power as well. Okay, so take things easy today. Don't be too demanding of yourself. Don't get caught up in the exaggerated sense of the need to take action and things. Come back to yourself, take a deep breath, and connect deep into the earth, connect with Gaia, keep grounded, and just rest your energies if you can, as much as possible. Okay, that's today's reading. If this message resonates with you, or if you can like these readings, please do like, share and subscribe. Click the wiggly bell for notifications. And if you'd like a personal reading from me, then there's a link to my email address below this video where you can contact me to arrange a personal reading. Also, if you were struggling for gifts for friends or family and think a tarot reading might be something they would enjoy, then also contact me and we can discuss setting up a reading as a gift as well. Okay, until tomorrow, I hope you bear with the storm and look after yourself, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.